Moderator Andrew Gardner, 302, convener of the Nomination Committee. Moderator, on the last day of our General Assembly, on behalf of the Nomination Committee, I wish you and your wife Christine a very fulfilling year ahead. Moderator, when your name was announced, I typed General Assembly into YouTube to see what I could find out about you. And there was a short video of you introducing yourself as the moderator designate. But moderator, before I could close YouTube down, because I'm not allowed to watch it at home, another video came up under General Assembly. Reverend I Am Jolly visits the General Assembly. Maybe you've seen the video. I confess that this General Assembly moderator has not lived up to that video, but the Assembly is not over yet. Moderator, the Nomination Committee met together online on the 6th of September 2023 to review documents for the nomination process that would follow from the beginning of November. At the meeting of the committee, some changes were made to the nomination form to help make the forms clearer for those wishing to be nominated for standing committees. The nomination season began with publicity on the Church of Scotland website and social media pages. Publicity including 2 short videos publicising the need for nominations to standing committees of the General Assembly and encouraging people to serve, encouraging you to serve. Initial closing date for nominations was set for the end of November, but the deadline was extended several times in order to provide as much time as possible for those interested in serving the General Assembly, while providing sufficient time for the Nomination Committee members to be thorough in reading through their application forms. In order to fulfil its remit, the Nomination Committee must be satisfied that new appointments to the Assembly Trustees, the Seeds for Growth Fund, and the Equality and Diversity Group, EDI, have been selected in a fair and transparent manner. Now, for those interested in serving on EDI and Seeds for Growth, applications are received through the November nomination process. The 2023 General Assembly instructed the Nomination Committee to carry out a strategic review of the General Assembly's nomination process and put forward proposals for reform to the General Assembly of 2024. Moderator, we've made a good start to this work, but the work is far from complete. Commissioners will note the 6 parameters that the review group have identified and are working towards. The proposal of placing all relevant material into a Nomination Committee handbook will be extremely useful, a useful development for moving forward, so that all the material that we need is in the one place. The committee hopes that the General Assembly will approve Section 3 of the deliverance. The review group looks forward to continuing this piece of work and reporting back to next year's General Assembly. Moderator, after the General Assembly of 2023, the Nominations Committee moved from the aegis of the Chief Operator's Office to the Principal Clerk's Office. Moderator, I'm glad to report that the new structure has worked well. The convener and the vice-convener of the Nomination Committee have been ably supported by the new Secretary to the Committee, Reverend Victoria Linford, and our Administrator, Gordon McNaughton. Moderator, I am grateful for the effective teamwork of the Nomination Committee. And Moderator, I present the report and move the deliverance.
It's seconded. Thank you. Andrew, in keeping with your comments, hello. It's great to be the moderator. Remember that sketch? This is good water, this. The report has been presented and moved and has been seconded, and I'm not seeing any questions on the screen. So therefore I put section 1 to the Assembly. And online, thank you. I'm still not seeing any questions or comments coming up on the screen, so I'm going to then move to section 2. Thank you. Section 3. And we've got an amendment to section 4 from somebody you know quite well.
Yes, and these are some of the decisions that we've made with regard to PIMPIG, the latter part of the amendment. That's just noting that this new that it's a new programme group, and there are names there for that. The rest of it is just some housekeeping, those other names.
Okay, I'm just scanning in case my name's on there. You know, just So before we come to it, Christine's going to read the amendment to section 4.
Yeah, good time for Fiona to step out, I think. Add at the end of section 4, subject to the following alterations. Assembly Business Committee, Minister resigned, John Ferguson, May 2024. Audit Committee, Member appointed, Barbara Finlayson, Edinburgh Newtown, 1 year. Faith Action Programme, first of all, Leadership Team, Vice Convener appointed and Mission Support Programme Group Leader, Jonathan Fleming, December 2023 to May 2025, Greenock Lyle Kirk. Vice Convener appointed and Presbytery Mission Plan Implementation Group Programme Group Leader, Karen Campbell, Edinburgh Marchmont St Giles, 1 year. Presbytery Mission Plan Implementation Group, Ministers resigning, Alan Hamilton, Catherine Taylor. Minister appointed, Alistair May. Motherwell, DL St Andrews, 4 years. Lorna Tunstall, formerly Klein, linked with Kildonan and Loch Helmsdale, 3 years. Members appointed, Barbara Finlayson, Edinburgh Newtown, 1 year. Dan Gunn, Dunblane St Blains, 2 years.
Okay, do you wish to speak to your amendment?
Not at all.
Not at all. No. Seconded. You've got your team up here. They're not even jumping into second your motions, convener. So we will then, there's no questions or comments come up on the screen. Is the Assembly prepared to accept the amendment to section 4? Oh, there's a question. Sorry. All right, that's fine. So we then put the amended section 4, and there's a question come from Fiona Crawford.
Thank you. Thank you, Moderator. Fiona Crawford, 186. This is really just a general question, Convener, to ask if you could clarify for Assistant Ministers who are on E-status, employee status, whether and to what extent they can ask to be nominated to committees.
Thanks very much for the question, Fiona. We've had a lot of discussion about that in the nomination committee. I don't think we're all of one mind, that would be certain. But we have had applications from assistant ministers, and we've responded positively to that. I'm expressing a personal view to encourage people to apply. So, yes,
Thank
I
you.
think you'll find there are some names in the report, in the deliverance number 4, that are assistant ministers.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, I have no other notices of questions or comments, so I then put the amended section 4 to the Assembly. Section 5. Okay. Section 6. Section 7. Section 8. Section 9. And Section 10. And the deliverance as a whole. Right, thank you, convener. And I know the amount of work that's in trying to get people to do particular tasks. So to you and your committee, thank you for a job well done.
Thank you so much.